Hi, everybody. It's Gwen from Proof of Africa. Today, we're going to continue our interview series, hosting Josiah from Thrift Finance, which is a decentralized and trustless thrift saving system powered by our favorite one, Cardano. How are you, Josiah?
I'm good. Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here.
I think that we're also really glad to host you. Let's start right now, and the idea was like, can you tell us a bit about your background, how you kind of enter the blockchain space, and perhaps later I'm going to ask you about the team that is with you for this project.
Okay. Like you already know, my name is Josiah. I started my journey as an entrepreneur after spending like a year in the banking system. I found out that the job I had then wasn't really the best thing for me. So I started my own business. It's been two businesses so far, and one of the business is focused in bridging IT gaps for local businesses here in Nigeria. And the second one is focused on helping e-commerce entrepreneurs to get started easily and seamlessly.
Okay, so like you're a serial entrepreneur, and
I wouldn't say that. I'm a businessman.
And so all this experience bring you to create this new project, which is Thrift Finance. Can you tell us a bit more about this project and what you want to do exactly with it?
Okay. Thrift Finance started from what is already existing in Africa. What we're doing here is to make things better and easier on a blockchain. So basically, the idea of Thrift Finance is a wallet that helps people to handle personal finance and then as well put money in low risk investments.
And as you said, like which is something which is really interesting for me is so basically this idea exists already in Africa, like traditionally, of course not on blockchain, but this exists already. Can you tell us a bit like how it works and how blockchain actually going to ease the whole process?
Okay. So for what exists already in the traditional setting, it's a bit crude and inefficient, right? So, for instance, you have a Joe, the Ajo system that exists, and then which actually means to form a kind of a cooperative, where people come together and contribute money and give to one of their members who is in need of the fund to solve an immediate problem, who in turn will in the next circle of the contribution we give to another person to as well solve their problem. So it's basically it's popular in the civil service, and then amongst businesses, where businessmen and women, especially people that are more stable in their field of work, whether it's business or civil service or any other paid employment. So you'll find out that the system is it segregates who it picks, who can join, and then it have some. You can't just join any group as well. Just as I mentioned, it segregates, and then there are certain conditions that you need to meet before you join the group, and there are certain income class you need to be before you can participate in such cooperative.
So what's going to the blockchain, what it's going to bring to it, it's more transparency, and actually you could do that even with people you don't necessarily know, right? Because the blockchain might bring you this trust component.
Okay, so what Thrift Finance is doing is to make this system decentralized, make it a bit where you don't need to trust anybody to handle any transaction, and then allow people to come in. It allows people to come in. You can come in into one of these cooperatives and then participate within your income, within your income class. It does not segregate. And the idea of a cooperative as it is in the traditional setting is that a certain number of persons can come together. Say 4 persons can come together and contribute a certain amount of fund, and which is usually a static amount of money. For instance, they may decide to contribute 100,000 naira each person, and then at the end of the month, each one of them will collect the total amount and go and solve his problem, pending next month when the other person will collect. So this is what we are bringing to Thrift Finance. We want people to be able to take cash advance. But unlike the traditional system, when you are taking the cash advance, you are risking capital because you have to bring out a certain amount of money to contribute, to give to someone who will solve his problem. And there are some cases, it's not really popular. There are some cases where people default, have very tangible reasons to default, even though it's among friends that trust each other. And they usually understand each other, because it's among friends. They can say, oh, look at what happened. It's obvious this happened. Everybody can see that it happened. And then there is an issue somewhere. I will not be able to meet up for this month. What happens is next month, I will double it and pay up. The system has become faulty. So aside from the fact that you are risking a capital, for someone that risks his capital to be involved in the system, you have to really wait for the next month or when the other person can be able to pay off. So for what Thrift Finance is building, you can actually participate, and you don't run the risk of losing your capital or somebody telling you that, oh, you have to wait for till next month. I have some issues to solve, and all that is more urgent than the agreement that we had, And then just like the normal staking mechanism that is present in the Cardano blockchain, where your funds is actually in your wallet. I mean, your staked funds is actually in your wallet. For Thrift Finance, this unique feature of cash advance stays, your fund still stays in your wallet. In other words, you are not risking any fund. You are not risking any fund, but you will be able to collect cash advance through the same mechanism, the same staking mechanism that is offered, that is already present in the Cardano blockchain.
Okay, no, it makes total sense, and actually, like, we see that from something traditional that exists already in Africa, what you're doing is just adding this blockchain layer. We're going to bring more trust and guarantee for the people that their fund is secured, because, as you say, on the Cardano blockchain, you stake somewhere, but you are still in possession of your old fund. Yeah. And so, like, now that we know a bit like what you're doing, can you tell us a bit, if you have an idea of what's going to be the milestones? When do you think the product's going to start to be released? Under what format? And perhaps at the same time, also, who's working with you? Because I think that you need some coders as well, like a team to be able to create this.
Yeah, of course. Before I go over to the milestone part, I have to start from the team part. It's the team that will work on the milestone. So, yeah, presently, we're very lucky to have 2 Bluetooth pioneers, as part of our team. I mean, the first cohort, the ones that participated in the first cohort. We're very happy to have 2. And then we have a Haskell developer, a pro Haskell developer, 2 as a matter of fact, So and these are people that bought into the value Thrift Finance is trying to bring out there to help people, you know. And as a matter of fact, we have a Flutter or mobile app developer as well, a UX UI designer, and then a business analyst. So and as well a front end developer. So the team is I would say 99% complete. You know, there are other people that will come in. Of course, as we grow, we will need more hands and then more people to join the project. But looking at where this project started, you know, from one man trying to bring to broadcast the information out there and see who is interested to join the project. I think we've come a long way, a little bit to certain measures. We've come a long way, yeah. So and then the MVP, our minimum viable product, it's almost rate 80% complete. You know, we need to iron out some certain features and then be able to say, okay, this is 100% complete. So that's a good thing. And then Thrift Finance is not just about the cooperative or the crowd staking feature. There are other unique features that makes up the Thrift Finance project. So when you look at it, you find out that we have a lot to do. You know, we started already, but we still have a lot to do. So because of the nature of the project, there is no I cannot provide information regarding the roadmap or milestone yet. You know, yes. So because we still have some things to put in place before we go past that.
Okay. But the thing is, like, what is good to know is like you already be able to assemble a team who's gonna, as you say, you might need more ends in the future to grow the thing, but you already have like, and what is really rare out these days is like skill developers and those people. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's good.
And a lot of programmers are not actually aware of Haskell, surprisingly. So Haskell developers are actually a little bit rare to find. So yeah, for us to have two, and lucky for us, two that are actually proficient in what they are doing, I think are pros in what they are doing, because if you look at their profile, you know that you're dealing with pros. So I think we're very lucky. Yes.
So actually, like all the thing you are saying and the thing you present is also one of the thing that push Proof of Africa to give a little support now, probably more in the future to this project. So because like we really believe that it's a great idea, and what is really important for Proof of Africa team is to see that it's actually something based on what exists in Africa and it's designed for Africa. It's not like just a copy paste of something. It's like really designed for Africa, which is for us really important.
Yes, it's designed for Africa, but that does not necessarily mean that it can only be applied in Africa, because Africa can actually export their traditional let me use the word technology in quotes, you know, through the blockchain to other continents where it could be applied.
No, that's really something we're gonna have a close look to, and as we discussed already together, we're gonna continue to work closely in the future. I think that we covered everything and try to stay as concise as possible. Do you have like I don't know, a little word for the Proof of Africa community or something you would like to share with the overall community?
Yeah, to the Proof of Africa communities, who I consider heroes of this project, because I understand the way Proof of Africa works is through the members or community members being able to stake, in the Proof of Africa pool. That's how funds are raised to help this project. So I say you guys are the true heroes, and I urge you to keep on supporting Proof of Africa, to help projects, not just projects like Thrift Finance, because if you look at the scope of what Proof of Africa is doing, you see that it spans even outside the blockchain. Projects that are actually very useful to the community and to Africa as well. So yes, thank you very much for being there, and I hope you keep on being a member of Proof of Africa community.
Thanks, Josiah, and thanks to our delegators and the overall community, because it's also them who spot the project or like help us to do things. So it's really important. And once again, as you said, it's a community. So we need to continue to work together. And it's like, because now in our ecosystem, I think there is more synergies to find together than finding competitors or something. So I think we should continue to work that way. Thank you very much, Josiah. It was really, really interesting to know a bit more about the project. And I'm sure we're going to have more interviews with you and perhaps your team in the close future, perhaps in the by fall when starts to be released little by little.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, community, and see you soon. Bye.